Welcome back to Glowing Hour. I don't think we say that. Anyway, I'm Mel.
Moving on. Anyways, I'm Mel.
I'm Mel.
I'm Sam. Just because she said it, so now I gotta say it too.
I feel like it's never like the same intro for this shit. But anyway,
No.
Glad you're here. Today we are drinking. What is it called?
I just can't something about my inner dialogue now.
Girl,
I'm sorry.
Listen to that episode. It was Monday or Wednesday.
This is called an orange blossom.
It's called an orange blossom.
Is she blossoming? Oh. This can get you fucked up. I can taste it. It's like kind of like if you like sipping on something strong, but you don't want it to be just straight up alcohol. It's like a mimosa, but like hard alcohol.
To me, it's giving, which is like, it sounds like a bad thing, but it's like when you just like throw alcohol and like a juice over it and you're like,
yes, it's giving kickback.
It's giving kickback energy. But garnish it.
And it's no longer a
kickback. It's a classy drink.
I almost think, personally, I'd rather just have it with tequila.
Yeah.
But I don't know if sweet vermouth is like something you put with tequila. So orange liqueur, tequila, orange juice. So we're trying next. Okay.
We got our next drink. So for today's topic, the big old sharing your location. Thoughts about it. Why do we do it? Overall, I think this is also just like an iPhone thing. So I'm sorry for you Android users out there. I have no idea what that's like.
I'm sure you guys have some sort of comparable thing.
I'm sure it's like an app.
Or, okay, yeah, we'll get there. Yes. I know the app.
Anyway.
So, smash or pass, do you share your location?
Yes. Selectively, but yes.
Correct.
And not even that selectively. I have like some people that I like don't talk to as much, and I like have their location, and I'm like, I don't know why I have your shit, but cool.
Side note to that, Snapchat location. I know, fuck me. I don't really use Snapchat, but every once in a while I'll get like a memory, or someone will send, like my cousins for some reason send me stuff on Snapchat. And they have like locations available, but it's like people who are on Snapchat that I was at one time friends with.
Right.
And I'm like, you're home.
Right.
That's
you're
nice.
Home. That's nice. Glad that you still live there.
Glad you're safe. Like, or it'll be like them flying, and I'm like,
oh, where are you going?
Yeah, I wonder where they're going.
In a car?
Yeah. It's so stupid.
I remember there was a point in time, Tori, if you're listening, we were like stalking her location on Snapchat, and she was in a car coming down.
Yes. It was so funny.
That was so funny. Anyway.
It was all random.
Smash or pass, smashed.
Yeah,
smash on sharing. I think it's weird if you don't want to, at least with some people.
Yeah, with some people. I could understand. I take it personally if like a friend doesn't want to share their location. I'm like, so you think I'm judging you?
You think I'm judging her, or like you don't trust me enough, or we're not close enough?
Right. Which like okay. I have people's location that I met at Coachella.
Literally.
I'm like, oh, they're back home in Washington. Like, you know, whatever, random shit. But I was gonna say the app is Life 360. You don't know it?
No.
Okay. I think Life 360 is either these are the reasons you know it. Maybe because you have an Android. I don't know actually for sure if it's an Android thing, but maybe you have an Android and you want to share your location with someone. 2, your parent, because there's like very great safety features. Get into that. And number 3, you're in a toxic relationship. And that's my personal reason of why I am aware of Life 360.
Please explain a little further what Life 360 is in comparison to Find My.
Correct. Okay.
Like, why is a toxic person using this for the relationship? Okay. I understand the other ones. I'll probably get more of the information for the other ones, but I'm curious specifically for this.
So, Life 360 is just giving controlling. It's like you can get notifications when they arrive somewhere, when they depart somewhere. You get low battery notifications when the person's phone battery is low. Yes. I think those are the only things I personally like remember. I'm sure you could do a lot of other things. Like, I'm sure it's also great, like, emergency features, like, you click a little button here and it does something, like, sends your location to everyone or whatever, I don't know. I think it's also, I'm trying to remember, this was a long time ago, but, like, I feel like it was with Find My, yeah, I think this is it.
It's crazy like, eyes came out, dude.
Ravenous looking at that phone. I think with Find My, it wouldn't send the last known location when your phone died, or if the person turned their phone on airplane mode or whatever. Like, right. There was no sneaky shit. Like, right. Life 360 was like, yeah, baby, your phone's on airplane, but I still know where you are. Yeah. So
terrifying. See, I get that for parenting.
Yeah, for parenting, that's fair. You need to control children. But for a partner,
would that also be considered, though, like a helicopter parent? Like,
well, I think it depends.
Knowing all those things?
I think it depends. I think in this world, up until like 18, maybe, it's okay. It's like, I don't know, man.
Okay, we're not getting into the parenting stories.
No, we're not. That's too much.
But it is something that I think about, like, what is too much? Which we'll get into another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can see how it's really helpful for parenting or house arrest.
Not house arrest, babe.
That's what it feels like. Yeah, no, but that's interesting how it, like, will notify you all those things. I can see that being really, really bad in a relationship.
Super bad.
Fuck. That's
no secrets.
So scary.
It was really bad.
But it's, like, not even that, but it's, like, even for the person who is the one who wants to see all these things, it's, like, then you're just, like, creating some, like,
you're
stories
a very
and
big narrative, yes,
in your head about, like, what this person is doing without you. And, like, it's a lack of trust. It's really scary.
100%.
I'm fine with just, like, the little find my location vibes.
No, yeah. So, like, I guess I could get a little bit into it. Like, specifically why it was toxic in this case. So I think we say smash. And we say, like, okay. Specifically, parents smash or pass giving them your location at the ripe age of 25.
Pass.
Precisely. Pass.
But the thing is, I also, like, I wish my mom would just share her location with me.
Yes. I'm like, Mom, where are you? Is she at Target right now?
I want to know if you're at the store and I need something.
Literally. Or, like, I'm going to come see you soon. Are you home?
Literally. It's more, I think for me, it's, like, efficiency of, like, especially because I live away. I'm like, if she's home, like, for example, I'm here at your house right now, right? If I look at her location, I'm like, oh, she's home. I can go and visit her. And keep tabs on that and, like, pop in. Yeah, but then I have to, like, call her and like, ask her about her day and how she's, like if she's home versus just, like, popping in and then getting that information. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could just pop in.
You can. It just might be a waste of 10 minutes.
Right. And I don't want to waste my time. Efficiency, you know? So.
Right. And then, you know, I just don't think when you're an adult, your parents need to know where you are at all times. Like, in general, sure. Like, maybe I'm with a friend.
Maybe if I lived out of state or lived abroad,
right.
I would share my location for the purpose of, like, if I go missing,
yes, yeah,
you know where I am.
See, like, that's why I share my location with my sister.
Totally.
I'm like, look, my sister doesn't give a fuck where I'm at. But if something went wrong,
she would be
my family would be like, Crystal,
let's look at the location. Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally.
Partners, smash. For sure. But find mine.
Let's not do this whole life 360.
Whole life 360 thing, no.
Kind of terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can get into why I think certain things are toxic about that. Friends.
Smash.
Absolute
smash.
I just, like, if someone asks me to share a location, I don't think about it. I have nothing to hide. I guess friends that are, like, seeing exes or, like, up to no good hiding things from their friends, it's like,
right.
I don't want them to see where I'm at.
I will say Toxic Me
does check people's locations.
A few years ago.
Oh.
Not a few, maybe like 4. I would constantly check, like, who was hanging out with each other and, like, when I wasn't invited.
I hate your ass right now.
And that would, like, hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
but then again, I'm doing, like, narratives in my head about things.
It could have been, like, they just happened to both be...
sure.
Whatever, but narrative aside.
But no, like, that was A, like, not really great for my mental health, but B, also just, like, who cares?
And not good for your friendships.
No, because then I, like, didn't...
You're holding something against them for...
I did not think it was, like, genuine when they did invite me, because I'm like, oh, it's because I told you that I saw that you guys, like, were hanging out. But it wasn't just, like, the location. Like, they would be posting on Instagram. It's not like I was, like, I'm fucking stalking you and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's more of, like, you know... see that they're both in the same place, then they post about it later, they're having a fucking kiki about it, and I'm like, why wasn't I invited?
So you posted about it, so it's important.
So
it's alright. It's just a narrative that you've created.
But I'm over that stage, guys.
Yeah.
Get yourself some good friends who don't make you feel that way. Anyway.
Right. So toxic, I guess in each, I mean, parents, if you're lying to your parents, it's obviously a bad thing to have.
Yeah.
Or you just don't want them to know the full truth. Like, there's just some things parents don't need to know. If you know what I mean.
Totally. Like, if you're staying over someone's house or, like, I don't know, the fucking clubs you go to. Like,
yeah, it's like, you don't need
Or
if your parents are weird and they show up places. I don't know your parents. Are they weird?
I hope that no one's doing
Or they're just
that.
gonna grill you, like, so how was this specific place
or
last
like,
night?
why did you leave at 3 a.m.?
It's like, oh my, mind your business.
Mind your business.
I'm safe, am I not?
Yeah. So I think it's just like, it could get toxic in that way for sure with parents, especially parents who feel the need to know every single detail. I'm like, it's for your own fucking good that you don't know every detail.
Literally.
You don't need to.
This man I went on a date with said that his mom made him turn on his location sharing, but he switched it to just his iPad. And I was like,
it's always home.
Literally, I was like, so if you're not home, your iPad's home. Like, is your mom not connecting the dots? And he's like, no, yeah, she knows, but it's whatever. I was like, okay, you should just turn it off at that point.
I mean, you could like turn off your location as a whole.
No, because then you're friends. You know what I mean? See, that's also the sketch. So let's get to partners. Let's fucking get right into it. I think it becomes toxic when it's not like, oh, let's share our locations. If it's any other conversation other than that, other than let's share locations, or they just randomly do it, then it's like, babe, why?
If it comes with like, I don't know that I trust you, blank, nope. I don't know where you are all the time, blank, no.
You never text me when you get home,
blank, no. Mm-hmm. I don't know, there's a lot of like situational stuff.
Just like control aspects of it.
Yeah,
which,
control
like,
or possessiveness. Like,
right. And I guess you could like not know if that, even if it was like just sharing location, you could not know if someone was doing that and being weird about it and controlling, but you'll start noticing if they're like, why didn't you tell me you were going there? Or whatever. Like if they start asking you some fucking weird ass questions. But yeah, I think if it's any scenario born out of some sort of behavior,
it's a no.
It's a no. It's just like, you can't trust that person. So just let them go.
Just let them go.
Wish someone would have told me that. But I was really fighting for the relationship, you know? I was like, I think we can make it.
You just have to share your location.
Literally. And it made me insane, too. It made me,
like,
I'm constantly checking it. It would make me anxious. Totally. It would make me anxious to not know where he was, even though it's totally normal to not know where someone is.
All of the time.
All of the fucking time.
Yeah. I feel like your reasoning for sharing or wanting a shared location completely like read into it, like, because if you're feeling like you can't trust the person and so you have to know where they are all the time, I just feel like I always think back to like, people didn't have phones at some point. We were all just fucking raw dogging life.
It's so weird to think about.
I'm like, sure, maybe people were cheating more or less. I don't fucking know.
We don't know.
But like,
maybe
it's maybe the same thing. Like,
I think it might be equal because it was like little Sally Walker saw Steve and Susanna together at the market yesterday. Did you know that? It's like, oh, they did. They were in the car together too, cruising down Whittier Boulevard. Sluts. Like stupid shit, you know? It was just word of mouth is what got you in trouble versus in that moment being like, I know you're cheating on me.
Exactly. And so like, I also think like sharing your location ain't gonna do shit. Like at the end of the day, if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna fucking cheat, and you're gonna see it or not see it. Yeah. But you'll find out eventually in some way. The truth will come out.
My cheating ex was sharing his location with me, and he thought
While
that was
cheating?
Yes, yes, absolutely, yes. Like,
dumbass.
Make it make sense, and I'm sure this is like so triggering. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, how? I bet you a lot of the times, I don't know if he cheated multiple times like physically cheated multiple times, but like there was this one time I can recall that was kind of sketchy, but his location was at home. Like he wasn't responding to me, so I was like,
he switched to his iPad?
Literally, he switched his fucking MacBook probably or some shit. I don't know how you do that. But they have an answer for everything. They be Googling. They're on Reddit.
They're ready to like
cheat.
Yeah.
They know the code.
So it's like sharing your location ain't gonna do shit.
It's literally not shit. So it's more of a safety thing. Like, I know you're alive. Or I know you're on your way and you're like, I have 2 more minutes to get ready.
Right.
Whatever.
I feel like the only time I turn mine off or on is when I'm doing a surprise. Like a nice one. Not like a surprise, I cheated on you. Yeah, more of like, or even Logan, like she'll turn her shit off and I'm like, wait, or I'm like, why are you at Target? And then like it goes away and I'm like, bitch, I know you're at Target now. What are you getting me? You know, she tries to like pretend like she didn't go to Target on her way home. I'm like,
you said just show it, give it, bring the bag out.
It's just like
so crazy.
Yeah, for me, it's like in terms of partnership, like say if they're gonna go home, they're like going to go home from work. If I know it takes like 20 minutes to get home and it's been like 25, 30, I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I get scared. Then I look at their location and I'm like, oh, they're just probably stuck at a light. Just chill.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
My brain
I'm almost like, do I want my future partner's location? Because I'm so traumatized by it.
Maybe not while y'all are like dating. Maybe while it's like.
But then, like, how am I gonna know if we don't test it? If we don't test how I behave. I mean, no, you're right. It should just be when we're together. Because then if it's like we're still seeing other people, I'm like.
Yeah, like, where are you at? Why are we at the beach at 3?
That would be so fucking annoying. I could not do that. But also, when I'm just dating someone, I don't give a fuck. So it wouldn't be a real test anyway. I'd have to be with them to, like, actually care.
It's so interesting that for you, like,
it
the
switches.
label is such a fucking flip of literally a switch.
I'm such a ride or die bitch. That you gotta get in the car for me to be riding. Otherwise,
your taxi light is on, but you're like, you like flip it on. You like a half flip.
I'm like,
it's like I could be available
for the right guy,
for the right price.
Yeah,
totally.
So I don't know. It's very interesting to think about sharing your location with different people, like, and why it's different. Because it shouldn't be. But I feel like the generations before us are very much like anti-share your location because they didn't have that. Like,
yeah,
they never knew where people were, like you said. So
it probably feels like a breach of like privacy for them.
Like, it feels like it is crazy already.
I think when like even like with just family or friends or even partners, like for me, it's really just about like knowing where they are for like a specific reason. For example, like if all of my friends are over my house and then everyone leaves at the same time and I tell them like, hey, like text me when you get home, and they don't, Jen, I just check her location, and if she's home, then I'm like, okay, chill, we're chilling.
Yeah, she's fine. I don't even gotta message her, it's fine. Yeah,
it's really just efficiency, just like less communication. You got my location, yada yada yada. Or like, I'm running late, you probably know by the fact that you can check my location, and that's it. But I guess, like, you could message the person and be like, I'm running 15 minutes behind, whatever, you know, but...
We're so lazy, our generation.
So lazy.
We're like, you have my location, just...
We have the tools, you know.
Yeah.
Why not use
to be
them?
Lazy. Yeah, I think...
I'm just not trying to text and drive, so...
Girl. You could call, and then it turns into an hour-long call. Ugh. Hate phone calls. In general.
Same.
I'm like, just hang up already. Anyways, I feel like taking advantage of the future is like major, no matter if it's friend, parent, partner. It's so sneaky. Like, it feels like so like FBI agent. And I personally don't feel this way. The only reason I check people's locations, like, I mean, I really only have like my friends' locations right now, but the only reason I check it is like, oh, they're on their way, or they left to their home, whatever.
Just for like efficient purposes of like,
yeah,
and very situational as to when you're going to be in their proximity soon, or you just like left their
house.
Yeah.
I feel like other people though do take advantage of it and are like using the like weapon, like you were 4 years ago, like weaponizing their location. Like, why were you here? Why didn't I, like, why wasn't I invited? Or why were you with your ex? Or why...
To clarify, I never told anybody about it. I just...
You just did it.
Sitting in this anger that I was not...
I don't know what's worse.
Yeah, I don't know what's worse. I was just saying that, like, I feel butthurt that, like, no one told me about these plans.
Yeah.
And whatnot, so... I mean, again, but yes, I was weaponizing in a way of, like, figuring out... I was really weaponizing against myself of, like, you're not liked because they didn't invite you, and here's literally proof from their location that, you know...
Just like just takes me back to like the questions I would ask checking locations for toxic reasons, you know? It's like, well, that doesn't really make sense. But like genuinely it was like a glitch or whatever. Yeah. And it's like I'm creating this fucking narrative because this app told me so. Insane.
Yeah. I think if you go way too far into like controlling the person, and like if you're not just taking the location for what it is and you're creating a story, or you're trying to figure something out from it. Like, you got a problem.
Like, oh, they were 5 minutes late, so they must have stopped somewhere. Where did they stop?
And then you create a whole ass fucking story about
like, I bet you they stopped at Bethany's house. That girl that they slept with 3 years ago.
Oh my god, girl.
I never did that, but probably. But I was so unwell. I was so unwell at the time. But yeah, and then like partners too. I think guys get it in their head like very much like, well, I was sharing my location with you. Like, they would use that as, like, of course I wasn't cheating. And I was like, how is that proof of anything? You could have been at home cheating.
Facts. Or also, like, I'm not checking it every minute by minute. Like, I could have been gone for 2 hours, and maybe in the 2 hours, that's when you did it. Or you changed it to your fucking iPad. Like, you know, I don't know.
Literally, though.
Or you left your phone at home on purpose. Who fucking knows?
Wow.
It's just down bad, for real.
Still smash.
Still smash, though. Your face. So, relevant, but also kind of off topic, but also relevant.
Just like a PSA.
PSA. We all know I got my phone stolen at Coachella, and if you didn't, I got my phone stolen at Coachella. Be more careful. Today, or actually yesterday, Logan's aunt, this is like irrelevant but relevant. She like left her car at our house, and she gave me her keys. And it's literally a bangle that's attached to her keys. And I was like, I should do that with my phone for Coachella.
Bro. Some guy said he handcuffs his phone to him.
Yeah. I think, like, having it on your wrist, or even those charms, I can see somebody cutting them. But everyone who, like, had their phone in their hand when I got it stolen, they were fine. No one's going to steal it from your hand. It's more like your pocket.
Well, you never know.
You never know. But
dude,
probably not.
I remember after you got your phone stolen. Well, one, I did tell one girl, I said, hey, my phone got stolen. You might want to close that. But some girl was just wandering around looking for her fucking friends with her phone in her booty shorts, like 3/4 of the way sticking out. Yes.
Yeah.
I said, where's the phone jacker?
I said, bitch, you're the one who should get it jacked, not me, who had it literally zipped up in my bag.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got my phone stolen, and I had theft and loss insurance. Apple, if you're listening,
do something about it.
But yeah, I had theft and loss protection, made a claim, got declined, and the reasoning was that my Find My iPhone wasn't enabled. And maybe you already know this, and maybe I'm just a fucking idiot.
Maybe you should have said something. Maybe you should have fucking said something.
Yeah, maybe you should have said something, bitch. But clearly, I didn't know, and I thought, like, when you share your location with other people and everyone can see your location, that your Find My iPhone was on.
Makes sense.
It clearly wasn't, and so now I wasn't able to get a new phone, and my insurance was for fucking nothing. But yeah, so enable your shit, go into your settings and enable it, because especially if you have, like, theft and loss or whatever, do that.
It made me think, like, maybe that glitch of, like, well, I can't see their location in my messages, but I can see it and Find My iPhone. What's that about? Is that, like, they never shared their location with me, but I'm friends with them on Find My iPhone. And that's why I can't see their location in our texts, but I see it in the app.
I don't know what that glitch is, but my friend Bodhi and I have that glitch with her. Like, it won't come up on her, my text messages, but it will come up on Find My iPhone.
But your Find My's off. That's so weird. Mm-hmm. I hate it.
But it works with you. It works with Logan.
Yeah.
It works with Jen. Like, I just go to the message, and then I click the, like, they shared a little bit.
So interesting.
Maybe it is because I, like, at the time when they shared the location, it was through Find My iPhone. Not, like, from the text message.
Like, do it again. Text message is so much more convenient.
It's just like, yeah.
Because then you see everyone's location when you go to Find Mine. You're like, I just wanted one person's.
You have to, like, wait for it to load and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar, I was going to say strain of thinking, but no. Chain of thought?
Yep.
Chain of thought.
Chain. I don't know. A similar thought.
Similar thought. This man at Coachella just sent me his location.
Must be fucking nice to be a man, dude, where you can literally just be like... Also, the location was, like, to a specific place.
It wasn't at Coachella.
It wasn't at Coachella.
Which, like, that's fair. Like, if you were to send my current location, like, hey, I'm at this stage.
Right.
Whatever. Sure. That's fine.
But he was sending a location to somewhere else.
Like his place of residence.
You're so lucky that you can just share your shit and you're not scared to get murdered from a stranger.
Okay, here's full context. I went up to him at a set, said he's cute, whatever, exchange numbers. And then that night, he just sends me his location, like, while he's on his way home. And, like, then he's home. Yeah. And I was like... What am I supposed to... Like, is he expecting me to send this back?
Totally.
Like, what? I'm not going to send you my location. I don't know who you are. Huh? So then I would just, like, the next day at Coachella, I shared my location. Like, if you want to be about it then. Find me at Coachella. Like, that's fine.
You could find me.
You could if you wanted, but you don't. Anyways. So, yeah, just interesting that men apparently use that feature very loosely.
Very loosely.
Just, here you go.
Just here you go.
Here's
do what you want with information. Come or don't come.
Yeah, and then following Coachella, he sends me his location when he's near me. Like, he knows not where I live, but, like, the city area, I live in. Yes. Right. He just sends me his location, which is, like, 20 minutes from my current location. I'm like...
Also doesn't say anything like,
no words.
Hey, I'm in town. I'm here. Please meet up with me. Just the location.
At 6 p.m. on a Friday.
I'm sorry, but that's bad manners. Like, what the fuck is your problem?
Like, talk about lazy. I said, if you want to see me, maybe say something about that.
Maybe he thinks it's, like, efficient, kind of like how I thought it's efficient. But
he's like, come. Like, doesn't even say it, though. But he doesn't even say it. He just... So then I roasted him the next day. I was not going to respond that night. But the next day, I was like, the fuck is your problem? Like, giving booty call, and he's like, it was 6 p.m. He's like, I'm just letting you know I was in the area. I was like...
And I care why?
Do more. Like, I'm sorry. Huh? Men are so weird.
Literally weirdos. No words. That's the end of my story.
I feel like he's an honest guy, though. He's just sending me his location, you know? I said I could find something I like about him, though.
Bro, when you were toxic, you would be like, see, this is what I need.
This is the energy right fucking here.
And now we're like, fucking weirdo.
He's probably toxic, you're right. He's like, what do you mean I share my location all the time?
Bro.
That's the exact
It's
verbiage.
like a cover-up, though.
Literally. Ew, he probably does that all the time. Like, just sends girls his location.
Weirdo.
Like, when he's home.
Y'all just show up at the same time?
I bet you when he's home, he just sends girls his location, like, you already know what's up.
Ew!
Like, I bet. I kind of want to find out. Like, not actually go or meet him or anything, but just be like, tell me when you're home.
You should just
an
text
experiment. Saying, share your location indefinitely.
I see you. Or just be like, I really like your outfit today.
Dude. I said, you need to be careful who you send your location to. I could have been a stalker, babe.
Giving you vibes, but like you would be excited for the location sent.
Wow. He never shared in that show. They never shared locations.
He didn't need it.
I mean, he didn't need it, but...
He didn't fucking need it.
What the fuck? Wow. I'm curious what everyone else's thoughts are. Do you have to share your location with your parents?
Do you share it with your friends? Are you somebody who doesn't like to share it at all? That's wild to me. I mean, I get your privacy, but like, wow.
What do we do? What do we do in that scenario? Your partner is like,
I don't do that.
I don't share my location. That's controlling.
I'd be like,
you would just take it. You'd be like, okay.
I would ask why. And then if they're just like, I don't feel like anyone needs to know where I'm at or something, I'd be like, sketchy.
Sketchy.
I'm gonna respect this for a little, and then if I feel at all any sketch, you're out, mister. Like, lay out the boundaries here. Like, I'm honestly, like, I've been cheated on.
Honestly.
So it just is something that really helps me figure out, like, whether, like, just having it to me makes me feel like better. Like, I don't have to check it, but like knowing that you're okay with me knowing where you are is enough.
That part. Like, you have nothing to hide.
Right.
The sentiment.
It's the sentiment. You have nothing to hide. You're very, like, honest and vulnerable about your location.
My ex-boyfriend telling me he cheated on all his girlfriends. I'm like, he's honest. He's vulnerable.
He's just,
he's
know,
such
being
a guy.
So raw.
He wants to be better for me.
Anyway.
I'm dead.
Yeah, I feel like that's where I come from. Like, that's where my brain would go.
So it's not a non-negotiable.
It's not a non-negotiable. It's just like, I'm more so like testing it and questioning you for why you don't do it. Cause
it's a red flag.
It's a yellow, like an orange.
One red flag isn't bad, but if there's other ones, then
I feel like it's still orange for me. Like, I don't think it's fully red.
I don't know,
but it's orange.
It would trigger me.
It's almost like it's like you can't tell if it's orange
my eyes
or
are
red.
Kind of closed.
You know, like one of those colors, or you're like, I can't tell if it's orange or red.
It makes me so uncomfy. The thought of someone telling me that.
Yeah,
I'd be like, I'm uncomfortable.
I feel kind of stupid. I'd feel like, am I not cool for sharing mine? Like,
we
you're
have
mysterious.
To be. We'd have to be a serious relationship. Dude. And I don't know if I could get there.
Toxic me back in the day would have ate that shit up. But like, oh, he
is different. Like, he's not mainstream.
To be fair, though, I didn't share my location, like, in high school or anything.
No, I didn't share my location until...
Maybe not even college. Did my ex who cheated... Well, the first one. Doesn't mean the second one.
Mood.
Did he share his location with me? I think on Snapchat, but, like, I didn't have his location.
I did. See, that's when I suspected this man of cheating. That's when I got his location. Actually, No. It was like junior year of college, I think, when people start sharing.
Very interesting.
Outwardly.
Yeah. Well, that's my thought on that.
I know. I just feel like it's a big deal, but it's not. It's like, even like friends, like, why don't you share? What's going on there?
Like,
what are you hiding, bitch?
Also, what is the harm in me having your location?
Like, what if something happened? Especially friends who are single.
Right.
It's like, hello.
Or live alone.
Where are you?
No, I'm not letting you just... No, we're not doing that. So, anyway.
Do men have these things with friends?
I don't know.
They do. My ex had his friends' locations. And it was 100% just, where's he at? You know? There was no, like... There was no, like, better not be at his ex's. They didn't give a fuck.
They'd be like,
They said...
Stupid. I fucking hate it.
He got her back.
So dumb. Yeah, I don't know. I think for women it stems from the fact that we want to like have some safety precautions with one another. Also, I think like women tend to like true crime and like detective type work.
Or like, where's she at?
Yeah,
how much longer till she's here?
We're the FBI, okay?
We're like, oh, she's right there. She'll be here in 3 minutes. Like, it like, makes us smart. We're like, I'm so smart.
For me on a night out, like, for example, for my birthday, if we all went out or we were like getting ready, knowing where like each friend, like having the location and knowing where each one was on the way to my house was so helpful, because then we were like, all right, she'll be here in like 20, she's like got like 5 minutes left of her drive. I'm like, okay, so then maybe we can leave like around 30 minutes and still have 10 minutes to just like quickly drink, you know? It's just like efficient. It's efficient. That's it.
Planning.
It's a planning situation. Creating a time management for myself.
Literally. And the way I think back to my ex's like friend group, like when I say I want a group of not even straight, but maybe like straight men, that's not it at all. That group of friends.
Oh, the one that was before.
Yeah, they were just so like, I mean, maybe this is how guys are.
They're all boys. They were not men.
Yeah,
I'll leave it at that.
We had fun. But I was not down with how they treated women overall. It's just weird. But then, like, I think about, like, maybe a friend in the past who had done her man wrong. And we just kind of had to be like, we know. You know what I mean? Does that make us bad people?
Like, you kind of like, I know what you did, but, like...
Like, I know my friend maybe shouldn't have done that, but it's not my place.
Unless it's like something directly where you guys have had a conversation, I think it's none of your business, you know, like just
like the partner or the boyfriend.
No, more so like if
you were there,
you asked her about if you were there, or if like you asked her and found out like, hey, I know there's something weird, like, did you do something? Are you guys okay? Like, did something happen? And if she like spills her guts and tells you not to tell them, that's when you're involved.
But so then what, though? You just tell him, gotta tell him, or I tell him?
I think so. In my opinion. Also, it depends on, like,
the relationship.
The group's relationship,
right,
also. Like, if Nick Vile had an episode where that happened to her, like, this girl, her friend, cheated on her boyfriend. And the girl who's talking, let's call her Nancy. Nancy... and her friend is, Jessica. So Nancy and Jessica were best friends, but Nancy and Jessica's boyfriend started to get really close. Like, bros.
So now they're friends.
And so Jessica cheated on
the bro.
Her boyfriend, which was the bro of Nancy's boyfriend. Anyway.
Yes. I got it.
You're following. So then she told her not to tell her boyfriend.
Yes.
Both of the boyfriends. Like, don't tell your partner.
Oh, so she knew. Oh, the bros were broing.
Yeah. Okay,
I thought Nancy was broing with
So Nancy and Robert, okay? Jessica and Dylan, okay.
Dylan and Robert are besties now.
Yeah.
So then Jessica tells Nancy
not to tell
her boyfriend
Dylan nor Robert. Was that his name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Don't tell Rob. And she was like, okay. And so then, like, later she's starting to feel guilty and, like, the affair continues.
I mean, that's bad.
And now they have to go on a fucking trip together, a couple's trip. And she's like, what do I do?
I would tell my friend, girl, you need fucking...
And that's what Nick and everyone in the show was telling her, is like, hey, you gotta tell her, like, I don't like that I'm involved in this. And, like, I think you're better than this and what you're doing. If... you know, you need to make a decision. Like, he doesn't deserve that. You also don't deserve to put yourself through, like, this misery and, like, guilt. So as your friend, to be a good friend, either you tell him and work it out, or I tell him, and I hope that you know that it's for your, like, own good.
I hope my friend never put me in that position.
I never want to be in that position.
I said, don't be cheating, number one. And number two, y'all know my history. I'll tell him. Hey girly, I'm on Instagram, make a fake account. Hey girly,
not that
your girlfriend's cheating on you.
Dude.
That's basically
that's it.
That was a total anecdote off on to the side, but
yeah,
sharing your location, it I guess it does. It's like the next step. Like once you're like dating and then you're like we're together, it's like sharing your location's the next big combo.
It's the next big combo. It's like
that's that, so funny.
That, and then it's moving in.
Not it becoming a stepping stone in relationships.
It is though. It is. It's just like you trust me to know where you are at all points of the day.
That's trust right there.
That's trust. Whether you believe where I'm at,
whether you're sneaky and lying, that's up to you.
No, I'm kidding. But for real, it's the next step. Well, I think this is a little longer than our main segment episode, but this is a short one. Yeah, let us know your thoughts. Like, are you sharing your location? Do you feel completely against it? I want to know why. And you know what? I respect it. It's respectable. I don't quite understand it. Maybe it's like a woman thing where like I just want to be safe.
I don't want to be with you, but I can respect your decision.
Totally 100%.
It's fair.
But yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Go ahead and interact with us in any type of way by following us, commenting, rating our podcast. Just give us some love, and we'll catch y'all on Wednesday next week.
See you guys later.
Bye.